Hello, my name is Brad Heller. Welcome to the Heller Approach Acting Studio YouTube channel. Today's topic, being human and being inventive. All right, let's talk about being human, what that means. Being human is creating characters that are honest and real. Being human is creating characters that duplicate reality. We have to create characters that are not a bunch of little gags and little things that your tricks that you do, not a bunch of performances. Acting is about just being a real person in the real circumstances that you're in. So that's being human. Being inventive. What does that mean? Well, after we build our characters, after we do our emotion, we do our objective, and we practice our scenes, and feel like we're really reacting off of the other person, that's actually not going to be enough. Now, what does that mean? Well, first and foremost, if you have a lot of emotion and you're playing your objective and you're really receiving the other person, that's great. And that's by far the most important thing. But is it going to book the job? Occasionally, yeah, maybe it will. But once you get down to the wire against some of the really great actors, it may not be enough. And one of the reasons it might not be enough is because when you broke your scene down and you made your choices, did you go outside the box with your choices? Being real in a scene is by far the most important thing. It is. You don't have that. None of the being inventive and trying new things out is going to work, because all of the cool, interesting moments you can come up with, they're built on top of you being human. Maybe I'm supposed to sit in this chair. And instead of just walking to the chair, I walk, stop, think about something, and then go to the chair. So I've created this whole cool little scene that wasn't in the script, but it's a little bit more interesting. Inventive moments, kind of like icing on top of a cake. The cake, that's being human. So in the midst of doing your scene, and again, in a sense, we're kind of going back to preparation a little bit. So here you are, you're practicing at home, and you have a line. Think a little bit about the many different ways you could deliver it, and try something different. But I do want you to remember to not settle. Don't just practice the lines a few times and think, okay, well, we got it. Let's just go do it. I want you to think, well, what could I do different from what everybody else did? I did a showcase recently, and the casting director gave me a really great comment. She said, when I did it, I had all these colors and all these different flavors that I brought to my work. And that wasn't an accident. That was me consciously making a choice that I want not the same note in the scene. I want to try something a little different. I want to maybe, instead of maybe having a certain tone of sarcasm here, maybe I switch it up and I give a different shade of sarcasm that maybe is a little bit warmer. Or maybe I give the other actor a look that isn't in the script. That's being inventive. Those are the kinds of things that separate you from the other actors. Those are the kinds of things that make people want to hire you. And believe me, if you do something really cool and interesting, the director's going to keep it. Not only are they going to keep it, they're probably going to take credit for the idea, but you just let them have it. No worries. It's yours. You're the one up on the screen. Just remind yourself of this one thing when you're practicing. And it sounds so stupid, but it really helps. When you're practicing your work, before you start, I want you to remind yourself of this. Remind yourself to actually have fun. Literally, that's what I say to myself, is have a good time. Have fun this run. I can't explain, but if I remind myself to enjoy my work, enjoy the process, I find there's a new sort of bubbly fun and color to my work. There's a freedom. Try to find joy in the experience of going to the audition, meeting a new casting director, being in the lobby, being around other actors who are competitive, doing stuff like you are, all on this path to accomplishing a dream of yours. So remind yourself to have a good time. Being human, inventive, have fun. I'm Brad Heller for the Heller Approach Acting Studio. If you have any questions, feel free to write in our comments. You can also reach us through our website at thehellerapproach.com. You can reach us through Twitter at The Heller Approach or Instagram at The Heller Approach. That's all for today. And it's good to be back. I really appreciate all of the comments, and I hope that these lessons are helpful to you. And what do I always say? Oh yeah, keep acting.